happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. If you're a mom of children or a mom of fur babies, I'd like to say happy Mother's Day to you. Thank you for following along with me. This ride is actually dedicated to you guys. I just did my 1 year mark on Sunday, so that my 1 year anniversary ride I put up the other day. I went to the races and I had a great time. It was kind of cool to see the bikes almost in unison going into the curves, and at some point they ended up breaking away from each other, so it was hard to keep up with who was the leader and who was the one that was in the very back and got lapped a bunch of times. But it was fun. It was almost like a dance kind of for them. It was pretty cool to see. I'd like to go to more maybe at some point in the future. I've got a lot of things I'd like to do, and I don't really have them all written down. I think I maybe should probably start writing them down, but I do have ideas of some of the ones that I'd like to go to. It's just a matter of finding out dates and whatnot. I have a trip coming up in less than 2 weeks. I won't be riding to it, but I will be taking the bike up there. So I'll be trailing to that, and then I'll be riding with a large group of people over the weekend. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to go do it. My Litas are trying to do a ride in July over the weekend, and I put in my request for work for that. Don't know if it's gotten approved yet or not. Time will tell on that. I hope so, because I'd like to go hang out with the girls and get away for a couple of days. The stress level over the last couple months has been pretty high, to the point where even sometimes riding hasn't helped. So I've asked the question on my first ride, is it worth it? And while sometimes yes it is, and sometimes no it's not, but nevertheless, a good ride, or a ride is a ride, regardless of whether it was the exact release that you're looking for. I'm not quite sure how my Mother's Day is going to look, because I have to, well, I was invited to my kid's father's house for a barbecue or cookout. I don't know what time I'll actually be able to get over there. We'll see how Sunday goes, but anyway, in my adventures here and starting to put myself out on social platforms, I've been able to meet a lot of you guys, not in person, but obviously through Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and we all have the same thing in common, and it's writing. I don't know how many guys have told me I've been an inspiration, whether you're new or older and have been writing for a long time. It's nice to hear, and it keeps me going. You guys are also an inspiration to me, because I get to hear your stories and encouragement. You also remind me of things that I need to be aware of on a regular basis, things that I think most of us forget about once we start writing. And the common denominator between all of it is the fact that we do this for a reason, whether we're alone, whether we have family, whether we're dating, whether we're going through stress, whether it's work related. We all get on the bikes and go for rides to relax. And I mean, it's easy to get complacent on it. I'm pretty sure that I've done it even in my year's time of riding. There's times where I don't think I'm as alert as I should be, and sometimes I'm just kind of chilling. I don't listen to the radio or the music when I'm riding, because I want to at least hear what's going around me. Don't think that I don't want to, but the one time I tried doing it, I got 2 minutes down the road and I shut it off. There's too much of a distraction for me at the time, and since then I think I just enjoy being with the wind. Like I said, it actually gives me something to pay attention to and not pay attention to the music. Maybe it helps with it easing the distractions. don't know, but I haven't gotten there yet. And maybe one day not. Who knows? Still waiting on the new bike. Not till the end of June. I heard it's being shipped out. I haven't gotten any more word on it since a couple weeks ago. So right now it's just a waiting game, and me and Rhonda will have a little bit more time together. She's pushing 8,000 miles, and that's well, I don't know how good that is for a beginner with a brand new bike. She's going for her 8K checkup this Thursday actually, which I'll have to ride it out. Hopefully it won't rain, but I mean, I guess if it does, it does, and I just have to deal with it. Just have to make sure that I pack accordingly the day before I leave to go to work the next morning. Yeah, it's been quite the rush, quite the journey. 1 year. I never even thought I'd get this far. I thought I'd go take the class, and then I knew if I didn't go buy the bike, I never would go buy the bike because it wouldn't happen. It would just be something that got put off again. So I went to the dealership in flip-flops. The guy made fun of me for being there in flip-flops, but he knew that I wanted to buy a bike. He knew that I was determined to take something home with me that day. And well, you know, I didn't take it home with me that day because I was so very scared to ride, so I had it delivered. And well, there's some things that I'm very scared to do by myself still, and I haven't quite pushed myself to do it. Maybe it's just because I tell myself I don't have time, which, I mean, I really don't. I work 3 jobs, and well, really 2 now, so I'll have a little bit more time, but getting off at 7:30 still doesn't a whole lot of time for things that I really want to do. That's going to take a couple hours to do. Sundays are great days to do that, and I actually have a friend that just bought a bike so he could ride with me, but I haven't been able to get out with him yet. Excuse me, I haven't been able to get out with him yet. I did once, and I got to ride his bike. It's a Vulcan 650. I know y'all heard me talk about it on one of the last videos. It was a nice ride. It really was. I enjoyed it, and now that I've been on 3 different bikes, it goes to show that I actually probably can ride, I don't want to say any bike out there, but probably almost any bike out there. I don't want to be that confident in myself because, to be honest, moving up does scare me. And I know that I'm going to have to learn the mobility and the maneuvers on the newer bike once I get it. I'll probably just go slow with that one like I did with this one. I don't know. Only time will tell when that one comes. I might just go ride like I'm riding now on my little girl here. There's no telling what's going to happen. I know I overthink it. I don't overthink it as much as I was overthinking it ever since I rode the 650. I know with that one now that I can actually ride something different, and that's what I'm looking forward to, is something different. Something that maybe I can run a little bit not faster, but a little bit better with the bigger bikes. Because when I go on my group ride, sometimes I feel like I'm struggling to keep up with them. They're all riding bigger bikes, and I've just got this little 300. Great starter bike. Not putting it down. The speed on it, not looking for speed really, but highway at 70 miles an hour, that's gotten a little bit easier to handle. But if I try and go faster than that, it's just too much to deal with. And I could be wrong. Maybe it's just something in my head, and who knows. Anyway, so yeah, happy Mother's Day. It was a beautiful ride. I had the sunset. You guys can't really see it because it's on my shoulder here. I think maybe you might have caught a little bit of it. I don't really know. I wasn't actually paying attention because I was paying attention to the highway coming down. Oh, and as you can see, yeah, I did the highway again by myself. I've been doing it a lot more. Still taking sections. I think this morning I actually pushed myself to go one more exit. And I did that the other day too. I went one more exit. It's getting a lot easier to deal with. And I know the more I do it, the easier it'll get. But yes, with anything, practice, practice, practice. So, well, anyway, I guess that's all I have for now. Again, I thank you guys so much for following me, and to all my mothers out there, and my mom especially, happy Mother's Day. You guys enjoy your day, and thank you for bringing us to life. Until next time, guys.